this, let me know because that'd be awesome. And then this is my laptop that I don't even have an audio interface on it, and I just put OBS on it now, but looks like it's working. Okay, cool. Okay, so there's a couple. Okay, everybody, I'm on with Scott Veenstra right now. We're talking about routing XR18 into OBS, and we had like 5 billion shows on this. Not specifically on the XR18, but on this very topic of routing, which can be a nightmare. And of course, my internet's looking a little bit ugly over here, so let me move up a little bit. Sorry. So there's a couple problems. I think if you might have some older XR18 drivers, they might show more than just the stereo in and out on the WDM drivers. Does yours show more than that, or is that all it shows?
I'm not sure. I actually don't have the XR18 here where I am right now. I have an office that I go to. Like, I'll set my drums up there. So I wonder if I can. I'm on the same laptop that I would use.
Oh, what? You got a 404, right?
Yeah, I've got a 404.
Okay, I'm betting that because it's the same drivers, the 404 it's going to show all its inputs to ASIO, but it's only going to show stereo in 1 and 2 and stereo out 1 and 2 to WDM or to the Windows, whatever the Windows driver thing, wave out or whatever. I think that's right.
Well, right now, if I got OBS open. The mic input of the UMC is going into the it's input 1. It's going into the feed of OBS because I have an ASIO source.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, so and that's awesome because the new ASIO drivers work really good. There's 2 different ones. I've had better luck with the Juice ones than the Bass ASIO, but either one seems to be way better than what you used to have to try and do. So that's working. So that gets out, right? But what do you want the mix?
That's what I have is the Bass ASIO.
Okay. Yeah. There's the version 2 is the Juice ASIO, and for some things it works better, but the Bass ASIO is supposed to be way more stable. So that's the V3, the newest one.
Yeah, that's the one I have.
Okay, perfect. So that one sometimes will let you capture things that the other one won't. But this is where it gets ugly. You might virtual audio cable only exposes inputs and outputs that exist. That's a hard way to put it. You can loop back somehow into stereo 1 and 2, and you might be able to capture it that way. But the mix of that thing is not really. It's how does the mix of the XR18 route? So that's the ugly part.
So I should download virtual audio cable.
I hope not. I mean, not that I don't like it, but I mean it's a kind of a sketchy way of doing things. Let's say with the XR18. Oh boy, because I had to do this. You have to find the stereo output. You can't actually record into the DAW, right? The way you record the XR, I'm trying to break this down in my brain. It'll take all the inputs as ASIO inputs, but the outputs themselves it doesn't take as inputs.
Right.
So even if you could capture the ASIO out, that wouldn't do you any good unless it was coming into something. So either you have to like analog loop back into 2 channels on that XR18, which would actually probably work. There's no digital out, right? There's no
Right. So I could run out a bus and then loop it back into the 17 and 18.
Yeah, you could do that. Now, there's another problem. So because you're using the OBS ASIO, that'll actually probably work. If you had to do it through the Windows drivers for that thing, it wouldn't, because it would only be getting stereo 1 and 2. But that would actually work. I mean, that sucks, but it's a pretty sneaker net way of doing things. Another way, let's see. I think on the V4 stuff for the X32 or the M32, you could actually kind of force your outs to go back in the ins. They have this new kind of input routing thing, and honestly, I've only done 2 shows with that XR18 yet, and I wonder if Vern would know what if it's even possible to do this internally. There might be a way, though. I think on the new X32s and M32s you actually can. And so I wonder. I mean, the only thing is you're just giving up. You got an analog to digital conversion happening, but that might not be that bad. I know that's blasphemy to say, but I think it's true. Do you have the channel to spare, the bus to spare?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm streaming, I do. So I could try that, I suppose.
Yeah, that's probably the safest way, sadly.
And then run the ASIO from the 17 and 18 inputs into OBS.
Yeah, that should work. I was going to draw out this whole complicated routing thing, and then I forgot all about that. You can't really capture the output of the thing. But oh man, I know this. I've seen this come up on the XR18 Facebook group a million times, and nobody ever really had a good answer for this one.
Wait, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to avoid going through Reaper just to minimize the load on my computer.
Yeah, and good idea.
So now that I'm thinking about this, how would I do that then? I would run.
I mean, you're using the XR18 as a mixer too, right?
Yeah.
So whatever you're sending to your main outs, I would just mirror on that bus probably, unless you have something that you want going to the recording that you don't want going out to the front of house or whatever. And then just I would do both the streaming and the recording at the same time on OBS, because you can. And
so right now what my plan is I have a band. It's a rock band. So I'm just planning to just mix them in the box.
Okay.
In the mixer. And then the idea was to try to
both the streaming and the recording at the same time. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, I was planning to not record. I was just planning to record. Just my plan is.
Are
you there?
Yeah. Sorry, I just flipped the monitor to see if it's working, and it's working. So I'm actually kind of thrilled. So.
Yeah, I did it too, and it started to double up on me. So I'm not gonna have front of house. I mean, we're just gonna so I could technically run right out of the main house. But I don't know. I might get I wonder if there's a way to isolate that so I would not get feedback.
Yeah, why you don't need to come back in. So just take that bus, just mirror the main output bus on another bus, and send that bus into 2 channels that you're not going to use at all, and mute them, and that'll be the input to OBS.
Okay, so if I mute them, they'll still come in on the ASIO driver. If I mute those, the 17 and 18.
That's a good question. So, I mean, there are points where you can mute it where it'll still show up. I think Does somebody have a block diagram of this damn thing? Somebody did. I swear, Vern, man, he knows this thing so good. But let me see if XR18. Oh man, I know I actually found this one time, and it was the most painful thing to look at that I've ever seen. Let's see. I don't know if this is going to go recursive or not, but maybe I can share my screen. But then OBS, what is OBS going to do? Oh boy. Let me see what's going to happen real quick. X32, no, that's the wrong one. X32, still the wrong one. XR16, okay, XR32. So I'm trying to figure out where the mute. You know what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out where the mute is. Where is this? XR18. See, I really want to know. I really want to know how to actually do what I'm trying to do, like show a picture without it completely messing up the entire OBS thing here. Let me see. Ooh, file X18 block diagram. There we go, right there. Okay, let me see if I can do this without what would I do? So you're not looking at OBS. You're looking at Discord, right?
I've got a bunch of different things.
Okay.
I'm looking at your live feed.
Oh, okay.
I've got Discord up. I've got OBS up. I've also got my XR mix thing up.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So I'm looking at this and thinking, what? Okay, so the aux input, I can actually send.
Oh, did I lose you? Oh, there you are.
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep.
I was just looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, I can use the USB as an input. But then
yeah, you don't want to go on out though, right? Is there something from the computer that you want going to going back to the mixer? Like, are you playing songs on there or something?
No.
Okay. Then,
I'm just trying to figure out how to run. Is there an internal way I can run? I keep thinking back to reefer.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense because I'm trying to get away from that. Maybe I'll just. I was running into a lot of clicks and pops and stuff when I was trying to do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Have you seen? See, I don't know. With the X32 and the M32, they had this V4 firmware update that lets you make your own input channels and stuff. Like, this is a I don't know how old this XR18 block diagram I'm looking at is, because if they put that new software into the XR18 that they put into the X32 and the M32, I think you can actually route into yourself. But I'm looking at the block diagram right here. What is 17 and 18? Is that the stereo line in left, right? That is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So where the hell is the USB?
So if you go into the channel, there's the USB. You can switch it from line input to USB input, which is coming from DAW. And I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I could make have that as the input, but that doesn't make. But then I'm still using DAW. So.
Well, but it doesn't have to be an actual DAW. You could just be tapping that input. See, that's why I'm thinking you can send it to yourself. I mean, here's the main stereo out. On this particular block diagram I'm looking at, there is zero information about the USB as far as I can tell. So I'm trying to see exactly where that mute is, because I'm betting that there's some kind of. Oh yeah, okay. So you could tell you could tell 17 and 18 not to go to the mains. So when you do your loop back, it's not going to feed back on itself. It looks like you can. Are you looking at this this thing I got here? Hold on, let me see if I can zoom in.
Right now, I'm looking at the XR mixer.
Okay.
And so it looks like I can just tell it to just turn off the left, the LR button for the main out.
Yeah.
And then that would send it to the. So then I would just loop back the main outs into the.
Yes, 17 and 18 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be the barbarian low tech way to do it, and probably the real way that they've left us to actually do this, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some seriously complicated routing stuff that's actually doable with some of this, but it's so like right now I can't even get my head around how to show Discord nicely without messing everything up. Oh man, yeah, I just keep breaking my brain lately. You know, we've been taking that programming course too, so I'm kind of falling apart.
Well, if I can actually watch this live on YouTube within the.
Yeah, this is.
Done the screen stuff in Discord.
Yeah, it looks pretty handy, right? I'm using OBS. I'm not actually doing the Discord screen share. I think if I did a screen share, I'd mess. Let's see what happens. This is gonna probably be crazy ugly. Let's see. Share your screen.
Oh. Oops, no, I gotta.
I think this is gonna turn recursive. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's actually not that bad. I thought it was gonna fold in on itself and do all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay, so it's not. That's actually good to know, but it's gonna be so small that people wouldn't be able to read it. I don't think, but that's okay. But what is OBS show? Oh, yeah, I gotta see what OBS is gonna show. Actually, so let me turn off the Chrome. Okay, so it says my stream is still running. I don't know why it's. Oh, there we go. You see that recursion?
Oh, no, I'm looking at the YouTube right now.
Oh, in a couple seconds, YouTube is probably going to change to something kind of crazy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that.
We paused your preview.
I was seeing the block diagram.
Yeah, I can put that back on. I was just trying to see what would happen if I shared my screen and put on OBS. So I'm gonna turn that off. And then so if I put Chrome on, the block diagram should come back. Oh, what happened? But it's not. Why is that? Interesting. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so it's not. Doesn't do what you'd think it would do. Interesting. But no, this is kind of cool. What the hell is? What is this guy saying? Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers on some Russian website. Okay, I'll get right on there. Are you spamming the AIX DSP Discord server, man? God damn it. Let's see. Is there actually somebody in there spamming this thing? Or you just got on my chat somehow? How did you guy get on my chat? How are you on my chat? Oh, he's on my Twitch. Never mind. Okay, sorry. Well, it's kind of cool that my Twitch is working. So when this thing actually works, it's supposed to make it so that when you're streaming, somebody can go on Discord and, oh man, now they got that skinny line that you can't actually drag. But they're supposed to make it so that they can click on your name and see what you're streaming or what you're doing, but it's not really working. But yeah, I think that would be, I think that would work for you. Is turn off the main left and right from stereo in 17 and 18 and just analog barbarian it. If you do it from the main outs, you might be at a risk that if you turn up and down the main outs, it might mess something up. So you might still want to make a bus that's kind of a mirror of the other stuff, or maybe there's a pre-fader out you could get. Looks like there's more than one output, right? Let's see.
I'm seeing only a portion of your. Oh, that's the stereo line and left, right? Okay. Oh, I see it. Okay.
Okay, so stereo. There's a pre-fader out for the main stereos. That would be a good one to tap, but I wonder, can you send that to this? Because there's a stereo XLR and there's a stereo RCA and a stereo phones. I wonder if you can tap one of those to be pre-fader and send to your stuff.
I don't think I have any RCA. Well, why would I want pre-fader?
Just in case you need to turn up or turn down the whole master mix and you don't want to mess up your stream, but
I see.
it may not matter. Actually, because you can turn it down in OBS anyway. So you'd be chasing a moving target. But I wonder, the master insert. You might be able to just use that. It looks like there's a whole ton of, man, I mean, I'm telling you, these XR18s are so insanely powerful. Like, they got, I mean, this is all like dream stuff that this thing comes on. And sadly, I went and bought this thing and I've only used it twice, and I really need to. I bought it so that the kids would have a much easier time, just carry an iPad around or something and control everything. But let's see. There's a stereo effects returns. I don't know if you can send those out. But yeah, this looks doable if you can find a way to get the either the insert of the main output and plug that into, or you think you're going to be using phones with you? Uh-oh, did I lose you? Uh-oh. The internet's been a little bit spotty up here. Let's see. There we go. All right, you still there, Scott? Oh, I don't hear you. Yeah, if you're not using headphones, you can probably just take a Y cable and plug from the headphone outs into the into that thing. Looks like you can choose a lot of different places for those headphones, or you could use the effects sense. It looks like a bunch of different places you could, but looks like I lost your mic. And I go and stop this now. I don't really know how to